More high pressure is on the way. Hello, I'm Philip Duncan. Thank you very much for joining us for our weekend weather update and the outlook for next week. And I'm sorry to say, but if you live in Auckland or if you're a farmer in the upper North Island or a grower, you've got drier weather coming. It's not going to get better until it gets a little bit worse. That's because of this high pressure coming out of Australia. It's very dominant. It's covering Australia. And on the animated wind map today, which includes air pressure, and high pressure can be seen in the white and yellow, you can see just how much of a big belt of high pressure this really is coming out of Australia and smothering the New Zealand area on both sides of our country. You know, out on the Chatham Island side and out on the Tasman seaside, high pressure is just keeping most places dry. There's a little bit of low pressure up here. Now that's throwing a few showers into the North Island. We will talk about that in a split second. So there is a little bit of rain coming, but for the most part, high pressure's on the way. So the water shortage in Auckland is going to become more of a problem. You know, we were talking about this in spring last year. It sadly fell on deaf ears. We are now trying to say more dry weather is on the way. This is actually a little concerning, but we do have a chance of some rain maybe at the very end of the month for these dry northern areas. This is the next 3 days ahead, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, actually right through till 7 a.m. on Monday. Look at the accumulations. They're not great, but they are up there in some of these northeastern areas in the 15 to 20 millimetre mark. So that's not bad considering you've had some rain already this month, but it's certainly not enough to really make a big impact. And look at Auckland, the catchment areas probably getting nothing. So it gets drier in the Auckland area. Temperatures though, they are leaning above average for this time of the year, especially to the west and inland. But if you're right along the northern and eastern areas of both islands, it'll be bang on normal for this time of the year with the breeze just straight off the sea. So Saturday looks like this. Here are those showers that are slowly accumulating over the next few days. They are hit and miss, and they're mostly coming into this northern and northeastern area. One or two might go a little further down, but generally speaking, high pressure is building here over the South Island. And that means you'll get some frosty weather around this weekend with that high coming in. Tonight and Saturday morning look fairly cool. By Sunday, no great change. High pressure continues to build over the South Island. Another cold start, another fairly average afternoon. In the North Island, you've still got those southeasterly winds. Sunniest weather will be out here on the central and western areas, Taranaki to Wanganui to Manawatu, and further north, you've got cloudy spells and just the odd light shower around. Let's get into next week. Monday doesn't kick off with anything too significantly different, but there actually is a fair bit of change coming next week, but it doesn't necessarily mean rain. You've got this high coming through, and unlike the others, which have all been stretched out from west to east, this one is getting more of a rounded shape north to south, which means there's more of a temperature change with it. When it's sideways, there's no temperature change, but when it's scooping up the air from the subtropics or pulling it up from the Southern Ocean, that means there's a change. And you can see here, the dark blue line shows a cooler change coming into the South Island around Monday. Everybody else is about the same, but that cool change moves in on Monday, and by Tuesday goes all the way up into the lower portion of the North Island. This is not a major cold southerly, but it will reset the warmer than average weather some of you have been getting, and it will increase the cooler than average weather here and there, especially overnight, and there might be the odd frost as well. So you can see those showers moving into the lower North Island. It still looks very sunny and dry though for those northern areas. And our final map on Wednesday shows the next change, which is the high rolling in. So that's more dry weather for the end of next week and next weekend for northern New Zealand. That's why this big highs are quite interesting. But it's also got this warmer subtropical side, which starts on Wednesday to form in the south, and behind that, there is a slow moving rainmaker. Now that's still got another week to go, but you can see at least some rain coming in behind this enormous high, which is already starting to roll in. That is all from me. We will see you again on Monday. Have a great weekend. Until then.